Hey loves, welcome back to my channel and happy new year. Today we're gonna do a little chit chat, get ready with me and do a winter makeup routine. So grab a snack, get cozy, and let's get into it. So of course we're gonna start with the eye makeup. I already did my brows because I wanted to save a little bit of time and I used all drugstore products per usual. NYX Micro Brow Pencil. Then I cleaned it up with a little bit of my NYX Pro Fix Concealer Stick. And then I added a little bit of the Ardell Brow Glue just to give them a little fluff and keep them in place. Also already primed the lids with the Rare Beauty eyeshadow base. So let's get into the eye look. This is one of my go-to eyeshadow looks. It's so easy and I feel like it's a good winter look because it's very cool toned, but I'm using the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes Moonlight palette. So let's start off with this shade right here. I'm going to apply that all over the lid just to set down that primer. So how are you guys doing? I hope you had a wonderful holiday season. I loved it this year, and at first I talked about this a little bit on my vlog channel, but the holidays make me a little emotional, and I feel like that could be the case for a lot of people just based on, you know, your family dynamic and how you go about the holidays and all of that stuff. But all that to say, I had a really great holiday season and it was just really nice. I got to see family, spend time with family, which I love, and I also got to watch a lot of movies, which was really nice because for me, I love movies, but it's hard for me to watch a lot of new movies and commit to them because I'm a rewatcher. I like to just rewatch my comfort movies. But let's go into these two shades, by the way. So it was nice because I got to watch movies that I've kind of always wanted to watch, that I've heard people talk about, but I just never made time to actually watch the movies. But I found movies that I definitely want to rewatch this holiday season. So I watched The Holiday for the first time, loved it, with Cameron Diaz. That was such a good movie. Definitely going to be in my rewatch list. Also watched Jack Frost. You guys, I literally cried. It was so cute. At the end, I cried. If you know, you know. I enjoyed that. I'm definitely gonna also have to keep that in rotation. It's like an older movie too, and I feel like they don't make them like that anymore. The new Christmas movies, they just don't compare. I saw the new one too with Lindsay Lohan this year. It was okay. I watched it for Lindsay Lohan because I love her, but not one of my favorites. I don't know that I would rewatch it. Also watched Christmas with the Cranks. That was also very good and just very comforting. I like movies that make me feel cozy and warm and fuzzy inside, and I feel like I got that with Christmas with the Cranks. That was cute. By the way, with these colors, I literally just put them all over the lid and just blend them until I get them as dark as I like. Sometimes this comes out a little bit lighter, other times it comes out a little bit darker. Also going to be dabbling into my Huda Beauty Icy Nude palette. I'm going to take a little bit of these gray tones in here. I'm just gonna put those on my lid and in my crease. I've been really loving gray eyeshadow this past year. Then I'm gonna go into this navy blue color with an angled brush. I've been using this color to do my shadow wing. But yeah, it was really nice to watch those movies. Definitely recommend, even though I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably seen them because they're not new movies, but they were new to me. So I'm excited to rewatch those later on this year. I'm so excited for 2025 though. I always get excited for the new year. I'm definitely not one of those people that's like, new year, new me, but it is always nice to reflect on the past year and plan, have new goals, all the things. But don't feel like you need to have everything together and your whole life changed and mapped out for the entire year, because I feel like there's always that pressure with the new year. And I think just being on social media and seeing other people's recaps and goals and vision boards and all of that stuff, it could be easy to feel like, oh my gosh, I need to get my life together and I need to change my life. But it's like, I'm here to tell you that it's okay. You don't have to change your life overnight. And also, the new year fell in the middle of the week. So to me, I'm like, it's still the middle of the week. It's the middle of winter, the beginning of winter at that. So if you don't have everything together for the year, it's okay. For me, this past 2024 has just been a very pivotal year because I feel like I've learned a lot about myself. I definitely learned more about my interests, things that I really enjoy, things I don't like, and I just feel like I got to know myself a lot more this past year, and I'm looking forward to it even more in 2025. So this is pretty much literally it for the eyeshadow. Sometimes I will go back in and add maybe a little bit more gray if I want to make this a tad more smoky, but we're gonna add glitter and lighten it up anyway. Just adding a little bit more. And then we're gonna add some glitter. And I pretty much kind of just mix and match in this Makeup by Mario palette. I will take a little bit of this glitter, a little bit of this one, and just kind of dab it with my finger right over top, all over my lid. And that is it. It's the easiest smoky eye ever. And it looks like you tried a lot, but really it's just gray eyeshadow glitter and a little shadow wing, which is totally optional. I always say I like to do it with my eye shape because I feel like it kind of just elongates my eyes. And I just mix and match all the different glitters in here, top them over top of each other, and I love it. Just because the holidays are over, I'm not gonna stop with the glitter. So 2024 was a really good year. I feel like I accomplished a lot of the things that I had on my vision board. Not everything, but I think learning about myself and getting to know more about me has been one of my favorite things of 2024 for sure. So this year, I really want to do more of that. I want to learn more about myself. I want to do more things that I enjoy. I want to slow down a little bit more, which is something else that I do feel like I did in 2024, trying to be more present and just not be in control of every single thing. And it's really difficult, and it's hard too to be present because I feel like just in general as a society, we're constantly planning ahead, having goals, which I do think is good, of course. You know, make your vision boards, write down your goals for the year. But like I said earlier, don't feel like you need to have your entire life planned out and everything mapped out just because it's January and it's a new year. You have time, you're not behind, and quite frankly, you're probably doing better than you think you are. You don't need to have also like 35 goals and accomplish all of them in a year. You can start out small. I think if anything, small goals are better because sometimes they're more realistic and they're more attainable. Let's move into the skin. I'm going to do a little bit of the Rare Beauty 4-in-1 Always an Optimist spray just for some hydration. And then I'm going to do some Rhode Glazing Milk. I love this under makeup. So something that I started doing this past year for the first time ever is journal. And I've never journaled before. I don't know why, because I've enjoyed it so much this past year. And I definitely recommend it. I was one of those people that would try to journal and I would never get past my first prompt, or I would do it maybe for a little bit and then stop. I'm also one of those people that likes to write things down in my phone, like for notes, but it's not the same. Something about doing a traditional journal page is different and much better in my opinion than typing something down in your notes in your phone. So it's been really helpful, and I notice such a difference in my day whenever I journal versus when I don't. Sometimes I do it before bed as well. I actually want to get into getting more of a routine in the evening with journaling and reading my devotional, because I'm really good with doing it in the morning. This was the first time in my life where I was actually consistent with journaling and doing my devotional in the morning, but I just want to get better with doing it also in the evening. I'm going to add that to my routine, but it has helped so much just to write things down and just really to put your thoughts on paper. It helps, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy. I know when you think journaling, you think writing a 5-page essay, but it could be something so simple, like just saying what you're grateful for, or saying maybe what you have planned for today, or just expressing gratitude. And once you start journaling, it becomes difficult almost not to do it, because the days when I don't do my morning ritual of like routine and journaling and everything, I just notice such a difference in my day and the way that I feel and everything. So it really helps, I think, mentally more than anything. By the way, this is the OIS foundation skin tint, which I love. I have the shade MN5, but I definitely recommend journaling if you are somebody who talks to themselves a lot. I'm sure a lot of you guys do, but I don't know if that's just something too, especially that I do a lot because I'm an only child, but I literally grew up talking to myself. I look back, and even now, because I still like talk to myself, I look at it as though I'm talking to God, and I've always kind of looked at it that way pretty much. My point is, if you talk to yourself a lot, or if you have like monologues with yourself, I know a lot of you guys do it. I do it too. I've literally always done it since I was little. I honestly feel so much lighter throughout the day when I journal, because I'm able to just release all of those thoughts, and that extra baggage that you have in there, it has to come out. Whether you're verbally venting or if you're writing things down, it helps. Journaling has definitely been life-changing. I feel like that's very cliche. A lot of people you hear talking about journaling. I know I used to hear people say that and I'd be like, yeah, whatever, journaling. But then once I actually started, I was like, wait, this is life-changing. Definitely going to continue, and that's why I want to incorporate more of it and more of praying and my devotional and that ritual even in the evening, because I think it'll help improve maybe my rest even more, because that was another one of my goals in 2024 was to get better sleep, but that is still a work in progress because getting good sleep is like a whole sport within itself. It's so hard to get good sleep. You would think it's so easy. I used to get good sleep all the time when I was in high school, but then, you know, you get older and your mind just becomes a playground full of more thoughts and more things. So I think that's why it's been a struggle with, you know, sleep, but it has gotten a lot better. It's hit or miss for sure, but we're working on it. Something else that I did this past year that I totally recommend too is walking. This was a year that I fell in love with walking, and we have a little gym in our garage, but in the winter it gets freezing because there's no heat or anything in there. So I decided, let's move the treadmill to the basement, because I'm like, that's the only way that I'm going to be able to continue to get my steps in for the times where I'm not walking outside or going to the gym. So that's what we did, and it helped so much. So now I pretty much walk, well, now that it's winter, I walk on the treadmill for an hour every day. And whenever I wasn't doing that, I was walking outside with my mom, and it was just really nice because walking, it's so easy, but obviously it is also a privilege to be able to walk and move your body. I talked about this on my vlog channel too. Whenever I walk on the treadmill, I usually can get work done as well. I can edit short content, I can do emails, or I can even edit on my computer. So it's really nice to literally multitask and be able to do two productive things at once. And I'm at the point where I really enjoy working out because I know that one, it's not only just about losing weight anymore, it's just about feeling good, and it's good for you. And it is such a privilege to be able to work out and move your body and have mobility and to have your health. It's literally one of the biggest blessings. And there's a quote, it says, you can have a million problems, but when you have a health problem, you only have one problem. And that is so true. When you have health problems, it is literally the only problem in your life, because it makes you realize you can't do anything if you don't have good health. So if you can walk, if you can move, if you can do any type of physical activity, do it. Take advantage, because your future self will thank you. And something else that I recommend everybody do, by the way, I'm using the pink powder from Dominique Cosmetics. So I encourage you to do more things that your inner child enjoyed. I say that because that little person still lives inside of you, and oftentimes when you get older, there are certain things that maybe might be looked down upon because you're older, you shouldn't be doing those things or whatever, but I think we have to do those things to continue to have that inner child spark. When you talk to a little kid, you see that spark and that happiness and joy that they have in their eyes because they're just a kid and they're free spirit and they're truly living in the moment. And I just think it's important to not lose sight of that little person inside of you. So I want to do more of what I did last year. So something else that I want to do more of this year that I did for my inner child is color and watch my favorite shows that I used to watch when I was younger. My personal favorites, Lizzie McGuire, That's So Raven. So yes, definitely I was a Disney gal. Disney Channel, I should say. Obviously everybody's different, so whatever that may be that you really enjoyed doing when you were little, do it again as an adult, because why not? You also have free will. You know what I just realized? I didn't even prime my face. I wanted to prime with this Milani Blur Out Primer and I didn't. I just started talking and going in with the... Okay, whatever. Let's add some bronzer. Butter Bronzer Contour Palette. I love this. I'm going to do this darker bronzer for my forehead, and then I'm going to add the Cool Tone bronzer on the sides of my nose. So I'm excited for 2025 content. Long form content is not going anywhere, by the way. I do want to do more short form content. The long videos are not going anywhere, let me tell you. Personally, I enjoy filming too long videos more than short videos. They're just... See, I'm a yapper. I like to talk. So sometimes with my short content, I struggle because I feel like I have so much to say that I cannot get everything out in these short videos. So it's crazy because it's kind of like the same thing, but to me it's not. But I flow, I think, a lot better with my long videos versus my short videos because the long videos just come more natural to me. But with being on social media, just in general nowadays, you have to pivot. You have to, you know, keep up with what it is. And as much as obviously I love the long videos, those are not going anywhere. but I am going to be incorporating more short form content, which I have done. I just feel like I need to do more of it. This has been my favorite blush combo. So I do the Rhode blush, and then for powder blush, I know 3 blushes, so extra, but if you like pink, you're gonna love this combo. I do a little bit of this Pretty Smart blush in Extra Pretty. I love it because it's like a bubblegum pink. It's gorgeous. I'm gonna add some of this. It kind of enhances the Piggy blush from Rhode. And then I'm gonna add this e.l.f. powder blush palette in the shade Light, but I take this color right here, and this is how I get this very light pink cheek. I use this brush from Laura Lee Los Angeles, L35. It's just like a little fluffy tapered brush. I take that color and I apply that right on the apples of my cheeks and kind of like on my under eyes a little bit. This blush gives a little bit of a sheen, so it almost looks as if you put on a very light highlighter. It's my favorite combo. So anytime you see any type of pink blush on my cheeks, this is the combo that I've been doing. And my next video is coming up. I'm going to be doing my best of beauty, which is probably one of my all-time favorite videos that I film every single year. And I think this year I'm going to split up the videos and do drugstore and high-end, because I feel like there was just so many good products that I genuinely enjoyed from both sides of the spectrum, and I just want to categorize it because I think it's easier, and I'll do the videos back to back. So that I'm filming next. I actually have a whole list of long videos and short videos actually. Let me finish up my eyes, by the way, but I'm gonna do brown eyeliner. This one is from Hourglass. It's the waterproof gel eyeliner. I'll do brown or black or sometimes a gray liner. It totally depends on my mood. Today I'm in a brown liner kind of mood, so we're going brown. And this one is actually so creamy, this liner. I love it. It's in the color Cave. It's just a brown pencil. I feel ready for the year because I actually allowed myself to just relax a little bit this past season, because a lot of times it's just so easy to be in the hustle and bustle of constantly be working and getting stuff done, which I think is great, but kind of leads me into one of my next goals of the year. Is just I want to have more balance, because that's always been my struggle. I'm going to do white eyeshadow, by the way, in the inner corner. You guys know I love to do this. So I'm going to take the white in this Huda Beauty palette along with the pink. Also just trying to be nicer to myself because I'm not a robot. None of us are. So rest is important. Rest is okay. And rest is not only that, but it's necessary, and we all need to do it, and we don't need to feel guilty about doing it. So I do want to be uploading more, and I want to be uploading, I wish I could upload 3 times a week, but I think I'm just going to continue to do twice a week. I know sometimes I was doing like once a week when I would have a bad week, but twice a week is my go-to. It allows me to be able to do other things, vlog, do some short videos in there as well. So that is gonna be the schedule. I don't really have set days also to post like I used to. I stopped doing that because of just life getting demanding and sometimes not being able to make my video on that set day. It's very disappointing for me, and then I think for viewers as well. It just doesn't look good if I'm telling you I'm gonna post, you know, on one day and I'm not posting on that day every single week. I don't like it. So that's why I just stopped having set days, because sometimes too life happens and I can't post on that day, and I'm trying to focus more also on quality versus quantity. I did a Chit Chat Get Ready With Me back in the summertime, and one of you guys commented something that really stuck with me. Try not to plan too far in advance, because I feel like that is something that I stopped doing also this past year, and it helped a little bit mentally, because it's easy to plan so much, and when it comes down to it, it's almost like you're frozen and you can't get anything done because it's so overwhelming, and then you can't do anything. At least that's how I feel. I talked about this a little bit in that video, and one of you guys commented and said, stop planning so much in advance, and that really has helped me. Plan, just don't do too much, because then it becomes overwhelming and a little bit maybe unrealistic. So that's how I'm kind of trying to approach this year, but also this month. Anastasia Beverly Hills Deep Taupe Lip Liner. You already know, it's either this or the Kind Words Lip Liner from Rare Beauty and Wise. Maybe in 2025, I'll find a new favorite lip liner. For lipstick, I'm going to do Milani Matte Naked Lipstick. This is one of their OG lipsticks, like the ones with the gold packaging, but this is such a good color. It's such a good neutral nude. This is the color. I love it with a lip liner because it's not too light. It's like really pretty neutral tone. And then I love a good glitter gloss with this kind of look. Typically I would use the Crystal Baller lip oil from e.l.f. It's the new shade, but it's in one of my purses and I don't feel like getting it right now. So we're going to use Laura Lee Los Angeles. I was just watching her video. She's going to be closing down her brand. So these glosses, the bundle is going to be on sale for $9. So I think I'm going to have to stock up because this gloss is perfection. It's in Sparkling Iris. I love it. So this is one of my favorites. So I'm going to just top it up with this. Rare Beauty 4-in-1. So I think that's all the yapping I'm going to do for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will have all the products that I used down below in the description box. And I hope you all have a wonderful 2025. I pray that it is everything that you want and more. I love you guys. Thanks for being here and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye.